welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my non-spoiler review for Jurassic World Dominion. So I watched this on the weekend, and to give you my overall, I'll go into my likes and dislikes, but overall it was a very disappointing movie, unfortunately. I said it to my mates a few times. When I first watched the trailer for this, the first trailer that came out, it got me excited. Didn't show much, and I thought, what are we going to get here? When the second trailer came out then, it just, kind of lowered my expectations. So I went into this movie with low expectations anyway. But, yeah, unfortunately, this movie didn't. It was just very disappointing. For me, personally, worst in the series. And I mean all 6 movies, because I've said in a previous video, I do like Jurassic Park 3. Normally people say that's the worst one out of the lot. But I wasn't the biggest fan of Fallen Kingdom. I thought it was a bit boring. I did rewatch that after this one. So I appreciate that movie a little bit more on rewatching it. But yeah, this one, it's a little about the story is... No, first of all, it's directed by Colin Trevorrow again, so he comes back from the first movie. And it has all the main characters pretty much from the last, all 6 movies. So Chris Pratt comes back, Bryce Dallas Howard, Laura Dern, Sam Neill, Jeff Goldblum are the main ones. Isabella Sermon, who played Maisie in the previous movie, she comes back. They do bring back B.D. Wong as Dr. Henry Wu in this movie as well for a little bit, and also bring back Omar Sy as Barry Sembine, who was Chris Pratt, Owen Grady's partner in training the raptors from Jurassic World. So they do bring some of them back and all. A couple of cameos from Danielle Pineda, who's Dr. Zaya Rodriguez, and Justin Smith, who plays Franklin Webb. They have a little bit of cameos in the beginning of the movie. It is, but yeah, they don't have big parts and all that. So the story, which for me, you thought, oh, the story's going to carry on where the last movie took off. So they soaked off a load of dinosaurs. They've been shipped off. Maisie let out all the other dinosaurs instead of having them killed. So they're roaming the lands and all that. So you'd think the whole movie is going to be about all these dinosaurs now, which are, they say in the beginning of the movie, are now around the world. So you get like a 5-10 minute thing in the beginning about it. It is, and honest to God, they kind of throw that out of the window. They do it. It turns into... This movie turns into a very, very bad James Bond type movie for parts of it, and a bit like Mission Impossible, similar. I had a similar vibe. It's like very low rent versions of them. Like the main story then is a company called Biosyn, who are like an evil version of Steve Jobs and Apple is the only thing I can really compare them to. So they're like a leading the world in bios, stuff and all that. And they want to kidnap. They want to get Maisie, and now Blue's got a baby, and Baby Rabbit, which they call Beta in it. They want to capture them, and because their DNA can help with what Biosyn are doing, which is they have genetically altered locusts which decimate crops, but only crops that are not planted from Biosyn seeds. So all the independent people who are making food and all that, like crops and that, are getting them decimated by these locusts. So they really want to, Biosyn want to control the food market, really. So they need Maisie's DNA and Blue's DNA to alter the DNA of these locusts. because they're kind of running rampant right now. They are, and they're not killing off, they're not dying off as they're supposed to. So there you have Chris Pratt's character, and you got and Bryce Dallas things. Owen and Claire are gone now to try and rescue Maisie. So, and then you have Ellie Sattler comes back, Laura Dern. She's probably in here the only one that has a pretty okay storyline, because she's investigating all these crops. So she gets an invitation to Biosyn to have a little look around their sanctuary, where they've took a lot of dinosaurs. So it's like another park, a new park. So pretty much the rest of the movie is kind of Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, Laura Dern, who brings Sam Neill's Alan Grant into it as a witness. She needs a witness when she finds that Biosyn are behind all the crop killing and that. It is. Jeff Goldblum's Ian Malcolm's just at Biosyn doing the talks and all that. You think he's soaked out, but he's the one who kind of invited Laura Dern's character there to try and help out and cover the truth, let's say. It is. So yeah, the rest of the movie is just them trying to find Maisie. They find out it's Biosyn. They make it over to Biosyn's end and all that. And it kind of is like a rescue and escape kind of movie then it is. So yeah, it's, for what I wanted out of this movie, it is a very big letdown, unfortunately. Personally, like I said, I think I've said this in my previous videos, that these movies feel exactly the same as the new Star Wars ones. They seem to be going in one direction, turn it on its head, and then the last movie kind of just goes, oh no, we'll just go back to the original, blah blah blah. And it's the only set of movies I can really compare this to be honest. And it's the same thing. Colin Trevorrow directed the first and last movie. It was someone different in the middle one. Don't know whether they changed the writing and all that, or they had the same writer. Did Colin Trevorrow write them all? Apologies. I'm not too sure if he wrote them all. I take it he wrote the first one. Let's have a look. I'm on IMDb. Should tell me pretty quick. Right there. Did he write them all? He co-wrote Dominion and Jurassic World, and no, he did do Fallen Kingdom. So it's not even the excuse of the Star Wars movie where they had different writers for the first two movies. So Rian Johnson wrote the second movie instead of J.J. Abrams. So I don't know what the excuse was there of why the story over the length of this trilogy feels so off and different. But yeah, it's very disappointing. I'll go into my likes and dislikes. I'll do my dislikes first. So obviously the story I've just mentioned that is a bit of rubbish, to be honest. The acting, unfortunately, is not brilliant. They really do waste Sam Neill, Jeff Goldblum. They kind of waste them all. Laura Dern's the only standout for me and all, and Maisie as well. Laura Dern and Isabel, and the actor who plays Isabel Sermon, who plays Maisie. I think them two are really good. Also, and I'll go into my likes for the other two characters who I haven't mentioned yet, who are kind of my favourite in the movie, to be honest. They do unutilise all the actors in this one and all that. Just kind of make them into Chris Pratt. He's pretty much a glorified action thing in this one. He's just fighting, blah blah blah. It is very disappointing fight scenes, you know, especially with the dinosaurs and all that. The last one just felt like a rehash of the last few movies, where you have the new Gigasaur, or I can't remember his name and all that, but the new giant dinosaur, the biggest carnivore the world have ever known. And be honest, man, as big as that looks, whether it's not fully grown and all that, it didn't look any much bigger than the Spinosaurus from the Jurassic Park 3. And so yeah, they kind of threw that one in there with the T-Rex, and they did have another alpha predator in it, but I can't remember the name of that one. But it's like if you've seen the trailer where Claire's climbing, going through the water and all that, it's that dinosaur it is. So it's a blind dinosaur with big claws and that, and furry, very good, interesting. I would have preferred that as the main dinosaur and all that, hunting them and all that, and having the Gigasaurus and all that in it. Visuals are not brilliant throughout the whole movie. It's good. Don't get me wrong. The visuals are very good in some parts and all that, which I'll go into my likes. But yeah, some just seem a bit dodgy. And I've seen that in a lot of films lately, where you have really good CGI throughout the movie, but there is a lot of dodginess. I think I said it with my Doctor Strange and Spider-Man Homecoming and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a bit disappointing in that. Yeah, and the music is very uninspired in my opinion and all that. Obviously, it's not going to live up to John Williams' score from the original, but apart from that score, which you hear snippets of during the movie, it's very forgettable music, to be honest, unfortunately. And yeah, which is a bit disappointing. I'll go into my likes now, which I will start off with my two favourite characters, which one was it's DeWanda Wise, who plays Kayla Watts, who is the pilot who takes Claire and Owen to Biosin's island or sanctuary, and apologies if I butchered this name. Momaudo Afi, who plays Ramsey Cole, who is kind of the Campbell Scott, who plays Lewis Dodgson, which I'm not sure if that's the same character. My mate mentioned this to me. I didn't really notice during the movie. I'm pretty sure. I wonder if that's the same character from the first movie. You know, Dodgson. I'm not too sorry. I'm not too sure if that's the same character. But them two are my favourite characters in the thing. Unfortunately, they don't get a lot of... Well, unfortunately for DeWanda Wise, as much as I love her character, I just like the way she acts during the movie and all that. And, you know, she's kind of a more down-to-earth kind of character. She, unfortunately, her storyline in this is kind of just... She's there. She's a pilot who accepts money, not bribes, but money to take dinosaurs places. It's illegal shit, to be honest. It is. But she feels sorry because she saw Maisie getting kidnapped while she was getting money and all that to take Blue, the little raptor beater, to another island, to the sanctuary. So she just kind of feels guilty when she finds Claire and that, and kind of helps her. She's kind of just there as a plot point of getting Claire and Owen to Biosin. Yeah, unfortunately, they could have done a lot more with her. She is one of the better characters, and I do like her, and especially Ramsey Cole, then, who is Lewis Dodgson's right-hand man. I'm not going to spoil his involvement in all this, but I liked him in it as well. I enjoyed the acting and all that. So, unfortunately, for the two bit characters who didn't have a lot of story, personally, I thought they were the better actors in the movie. It is. But yeah, I like that. There are some really good visuals in this, especially when in the sanctuary's on fire. Like, it's like fire in the sky, which I'm not going to spoil what it is. But some very nice visuals, and are similar to what Fallen Kingdom was like towards the end in the dark and all that. They do some very nice visuals for that. They have brought a lot of new dinosaurs in this movie. Really did throw them out. Unfortunately, Beta just seems to be that little raptor's there for kind of like Grogu and stuff like that to sell merch. It is kind of has nothing to do with the movie, really. They really didn't do anything with it. So, yeah, it was a bit disappointing with that. It was. But, yeah, overall, for that, they're my likes. It's not many likes, unfortunately. I did like the new dinosaurs. Not so much the Gigasaurus, but I enjoyed the rest, obviously. The Blue's only in the beginning and the end. It is. Don't see her throughout the rest of the movie. So, and, yeah, the ending of the movie is very, very lackluster as well, in my opinion, as well. It is. And yeah, overall a very, very disappointing movie, unfortunately. I give this a 5.5 out of 10. It's just, yeah, I was left disappointed with this movie. A lot of people were happy when I was leaving. It was a packed cinema when I left. A lot of people enjoyed it. Unfortunately, it just wasn't my cup of tea. Unfortunately, it started strongly with this trilogy, with Jurassic World, even though I've said the story and that is a bit stupid, but it was an enjoyable movie overall. Kind of just gone further down now throughout the rest of the movie and the series, unfortunately. And if this makes a lot of money, I've got a feeling it's going to have a big drop on the weekend. After all, it's made quite a lot of money this weekend. I think this weekend it made well over 300 million, maybe close to 400 million in the world box office. But I think it's going to have a big drop. I think. Hopefully I'm wrong, because movies, I think, I'm not dissing how hard the movies are made and all that. It's just, unfortunately, I just didn't enjoy it. I didn't. But hopefully we won't see another Jurassic, or we won't see, if we do see another Jurassic World or Jurassic Park, hopefully we won't see these things. I would like to see, if they're doing one-off movies, I would like to see them do like a kind of anthology thing with them, where it's a different story for each movie and they have different actors, different characters for each movie. I don't think they need to, obviously if this is the last of this series, they needed to bring back the legacy characters, but hopefully we don't see a lot of them now if they make more movies after this. I personally don't think they need to, but like I say, if they are, hopefully they go down the anthology route where it's just different actors or different characters, different movies. I think that will work a lot better for this series, in my opinion, now. If you like this review, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below and tell me what you think. I'd like to see other people's opinion of what they thought of Jurassic World, the series, or this movie, to be honest, because I did mull over this for a few days before I do my review now, which I'm going to do for most movies, because I don't think it's fair to judge a movie straight out of the cinema. So the next day or that night, do it. I like to mull it over a few days and all, like give my opinion. Like I could be thinking over the movie and think, oh no, that part actually worked pretty well. But overall, yeah, this is the thing for me, and I've lost my train of thought now. But yeah, just tell me your opinion of these movies. That's it. That was in my opinions. And if you'd like to see more videos, I guess, please subscribe to my channel. And I will see you next time.